Hey, how's it going? Here's another tutorial on a fix. So this is a 2008 Land Rover Range Rover that has had an airbag failure where when you go to start up the car would raise up except for this side that is ridiculously sunken in here. And it does not raise to level once you start the car. So I've looked at this previously and saw that the airbag itself looks pretty deformed and dry rotted. So I'm gonna lift it up with the jack, get a better look at it, and let's see what I find. Because if it just needs an airbag, I have a replacement right here. And let's see what we find. All right. Okay, so similar to BMW, Land Rover also puts pads under their jack points. So now we're going to lift the car with this jack and put a jack stand under it for security and safety. I will mention, before you lift the car, make sure you break the lugs loose so you can take the tire off. Lugs are a size 22 millimeter. Sometimes when this is kind of tough to take off or these are over tightened, you may need more leverage to take this off. Usually I just take the end of the jack. I take the pole from the jack, and if I have a star tire iron, I will slip it over the edge there, and then you have a long bar for leverage to break these loose. My favorite place to put a jack stand under is the frame rail of the car. Definitely put a jack stand under it because your life is worth it. And this is the frame rail here. This piece right here is actually the frame of the car. So replacing this rear spring here, here's the rear spring that has failed or collapsed. It may be supposed to do this, but in the winter, this got very cold, or it got very cold outside. And I think this car is sitting for so long, eventually dry rotted the diaphragm here. What I'm gonna do is get this panel off here, because to replace this, we have to take off this shroud covering the inner wheel well. So to do that, you have to remove all of these, what look like 8 millimeter bolts, all around here to access that. So I'm going to do that now. So these on the edge over here, these are actually 10 millimeter that go up along the bumper end. So you'll need those as well. But yeah, it's basically these, this one here, that one there, and that looks about it, and then it should be able to come out. You also have these two screws here. This is plastic screws, and this push tab here on the bottom here. So yeah, you're just gonna take a flathead, put it under there, and this little middle part should come out. Okay, so actually there's a fastener right here. So it's another one you're gonna have to remove. So upon further investigation, this is actually a 10 millimeter nut. It's just very hard to see, and it's a little rusted. So yeah, that's the last one. There's a fastener right up dead center. Still giving a fight. It's out. So lo and behold, not the air spring, it's actually the line itself, completely snapped off from the fitting. So, well, I'm gonna try to put this back in and see what happens. But if not, I'll just replace the line. So they're pretty cheap. I think they're about $60-something. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do and see if that resolves our problem. And hopefully this car raises back to level. So this is actually a 12mm nut here for the fitting. So we're gonna take that off and see if we can reattach this line. If not, which I'm guessing probably not, we'll replace this whole yellow line here. This is the air distribution block. So when you do start your car or your L322 Range Rover, basically, you know, all the air comes to this block here and this distributes it all around the car. There's a main line coming in, and then there are the other lines that feed to each part of the suspension to fill the airbags. So this is an easy enough fix. I like this. Save some money. Return this, where is it? Return the air pump. Or not the air pump, but the airbag that I apparently don't need. Maybe I can use a fitting from this. Who knows? Let's see. So I'm gonna go put the fitting back on now. How it looks like this thing works is there is a sleeve course that goes inside of the fitting that needs to be over the line because that's what's going to basically keep the pressure inside of it. And then there is an O-ring that's going to keep it from leaking through the threads. So that has to be on there. This one actually may be broken. See, I see a break in it. If you see it like right there, there's some yellow. I think this should be completely sealed around the hose itself. So we're gonna replace that and see if that's gonna fix our issue. Okay, so what I've done is reinsert that sleeve, push the airline through the sleeve, and then retighten it, just as these are probably on the inside. And we're gonna see if this is gonna hold pressure. Stay tuned. Oh look, it's raising up. Maybe we got something here. Hopefully that doesn't blow out. It's gonna be very loud if it does. It looks like it's holding pressure for now. So we'll go ahead and replace that fitting on this side, just to be safe. We're not gonna drive it, but there you go. Oh, that's fixed. It was just the air fitting. First time in about 2 years that this thing has been at full height. Probably should have fixed this a long time ago. But this is a simple enough fix if you have this issue with your Range Rover with air suspension. Just make sure you check your air fittings first, because it may just be like a $10 part keeping you from driving your car. Works now. So that concludes my repair of the air suspension issue, which was just an airline. It's a good thing. It's a good thing and not good thing because I didn't have the part, but I was able to repair the hose that was already there. So as you can see, the car is back level, and I'm going to order the right part now and replace it still just as a precaution.